My child, listen carefully, for this message was not meant to reach just anyone. It has found you, because heaven knows your heart carries a sacred bond. The bond of protection, love, and prayer for your sister. You have cried in silence for her safety. You have felt an unseen fear for her well-being. And even when you said nothing, the heavens heard everything. Your sister is under divine protection tonight. Not by chance, not by fate, but by command, the command of the heavenly host. Archangel Michael himself has risen, his wings spreading from one horizon to the other, his sword glowing in the eternal blue light of God's authority. He whispers now, "No harm shall touch the one who is loved by prayer." And your sister, your beloved one, is surrounded by that prayer. Your voice, your faith, your unseen tears have formed a shield stronger than steel, brighter than any flame known to earth. There was a moment, not long ago, when the shadows tried to touch her. A storm gathered in the unseen world. A whisper of envy, a wave of sorrow. A chain of energy meant to confuse her, weaken her, silence her inner light. But heaven does not sleep. The moment that dark thought tried to enter her space, the moment the unseen tried to claim her peace, a mighty vibration tore through the spiritual realm. It was the call of Archangel Michael, the guardian of all souls chosen for divine missions. And he spoke. By the order of the Most High, I seal her life in light. Every shadow that approaches her shall dissolve before the flame of truth. You may not have seen it, but on that night, her name glowed in heaven. It was written in golden light across the halls of eternity. And beside her name, a single word appeared. Protected. She walks now beneath the wings of Michael. Even when she is unaware, she is guarded. Even when she sleeps, angels stand at her door. Even when she doubts her worth, a radiant voice whispers, "You are chosen. You are not alone. My child, you must understand. Protection is not just a shield, it is a promise. A promise made long before either of you were born. A promise between your soul and the divine source. You and your sister share a thread woven from light itself. A connection that stretches through lifetimes. Through time, through tests, through tears. There were times when she felt the world turn against her. When her heart broke under the weight of silence. When the people she trusted turned away. But even in those moments, Archangel Michael's wings formed a barrier around her soul. Every word spoken to hurt her, every energy sent to harm her, was turned back, purified, and transmuted into light. And now, as you listen, a new chapter begins. For heaven has issued a command. Michael says, the storm around her is ending. Her peace shall be restored. Do not fear the shadows that tried to follow her, for they no longer hold power. Do not worry about the voices that tried to mislead her, for they have been silenced. Heaven has drawn a circle around her, a sacred barrier of divine fire. Nothing unholy may cross it. Nothing false may touch her. She is marked by light. Perhaps you have noticed signs. A feather near her path. A sudden chill followed by warmth. A whisper in your dream. Or the number 1111 glowing on a clock when you think of her. These are not coincidences. They are messages. Each one is a signal that Michael is near. Each one a divine confirmation that your sister is being guarded from realms beyond human sight. Her angels stand watch in every corner. One at her bedside. One at her door. One walking beside her shadow. And above them all, the captain of light, Archangel Michael. Holding his sword of divine truth. Now listen closely. Michael wants you to understand the why behind this protection. Your sister carries something sacred within her. A light, a gift, a destiny. She was born with a vibration that touches hearts, heals pain, and awakens souls. The darkness tried to dim that light because it feared her potential. It feared her purity. It feared her divine purpose. But heaven has decided. Her mission must continue. And so, she is protected. Her steps are guided. Her path is cleared. Even if she falls, angels lift her again. Even if she doubts, divine whispers remind her of who she is. Even if she faces betrayal, heaven replaces her pain with wisdom. Michael says to you now, do not let fear speak louder than faith. Your prayers have built a fortress. Your love has called upon heaven itself. Every time you whispered her name in your prayer, an angel recorded it. Every time you worried about her safety, a guardian was dispatched. Every time you cried for her healing, heaven answered. We are already there. There is a reason your bond is strong. Because it was designed to be unbreakable. You are her spiritual guardian in the physical world. And Archangel Michael is your ally in the divine world. Together, you form a triangle of protection. You, her, and heaven. Nothing can break what God Himself has bound in love. Look within yourself now. Feel the warmth rising in your chest. That is not emotion alone. It is the confirmation of this truth. That blue flame you sense is Michael's energy surrounding you both. If you close your eyes tonight and whisper, Archangel Michael, protect my sister, you will feel a presence. Gentle yet powerful, silent yet overwhelming. It is the vibration of heaven acknowledging your faith. And Michael continues. Tell her she does not walk alone. Tell her the angels march before her and behind her. Tell her no weapon formed against her will succeed. Even now, as these words reach your ears, divine energy is moving, clearing her atmosphere, breaking attachments that drained her energy, closing doors that led to harm, and opening paths lined with peace. If she has been restless, she will sleep deeply. If she has been fearful, she will wake fearless. If she has been lost, she will soon remember who she is. A daughter of light. Guarded by heaven's mightiest warrior. My child. This is not just protection. This is a divine covenant. From this moment forward, her life is watched over by the highest realm. No curse, no jealousy, no hidden malice can touch her essence. The blue fire of Michael burns brighter than any darkness that dares approach. Her aura is being cleansed, her heart restored, and her path realigned with divine timing. Everything she lost will return, but purified, elevated, made new. You must trust this process. You must hold faith even when you cannot see results. For heaven's timing is perfect. And Michael never fails in his mission. Now listen carefully. For the next part of this message carries divine instruction. You are being asked to do one thing. Pray her name into the light. When the sun sets. When the night feels long. Light a single candle and say, Michael, I give her name to your wings. That single act strengthens the protection tenfold. It signals to heaven that your faith remains unshaken. And every time you do it, the light around her grows brighter. The unseen world will recognize her light and step aside. The darkness will remember her name and tremble. For she is not alone. She is guarded, chosen, and loved beyond measure. My beloved one. Now that you know your sister is under divine protection, it is time to understand how that protection works. How heaven moves unseen to preserve, transform, and uplift her soul. The protection of Archangel Michael is not a single moment in time. It is a living shield, a breathing, eternal force of divine intelligence. It listens. It moves. It reacts to energy. It stands between harm and destiny. When your sister's spirit was formed, the universe recorded her purpose in the book of life. A sacred design, her gifts, her trials, her strengths, her miracles. But in this world of light and shadow, every bright soul attracts darkness. Every pure heart becomes a beacon, drawing attention, not only from love, but also from envy. Not only from blessings, but from forces that wish to dim the flame. And so, from the moment she entered this realm, a guardian was appointed. One of heaven's highest, strongest, most radiant warriors. Michael, the protector of light. He was given this command by the Almighty. Where she walks, you will walk. Where she sleeps, you will stand guard. Where she falls, you will lift her up. Where her faith shakes, you will strengthen her. But understand this truth. Protection is not always visible. It moves like the wind, unseen, yet undeniable. Many times, your sister thought she escaped danger by chance. She believed it was luck, coincidence, or intuition. But it was not luck, it was guidance. It was the whisper of an angel, turning her left instead of right, making her late so that she avoided harm, placing the right person in her path at the right time. Every delay that frustrated her, every closed door that made her cry, was a shield in disguise. For Archangel Michael sees what she cannot. He sees the traps set in the unseen. He walks ahead, clearing the path before she steps upon it. There were nights when she felt anxiety for no reason. Her heart raced, her sleep restless, and tears came without cause. But what she felt was not weakness. It was her soul sensing the spiritual battle fought on her behalf. In those moments, Michael stood between her and the storm. His wings absorbing the impact of energy that was never meant to touch her. The fear she felt was the echo of that clash. Heaven meeting darkness. Light consuming shadow. And every time, light won. Every time, the darkness retreated. Every time, her soul survived. She did not even know that as she lay there trembling, a mighty angel stood above her. His sword drawn, his eyes blazing with divine fire, declaring, "You shall not pass. This one belongs to the light." Michael wants you to understand another mystery. Sometimes divine protection looks like loss. Sometimes heaven removes people, places, or opportunities. Not to punish, but to preserve. When her friends betrayed her. When doors closed without reason. When she faced rejection after rejection. She thought God had forgotten her. But in truth, heaven was clearing her path. Some people around her carried energy that would have drained her light. Some doors led to comfort but not purpose. Some offers were covered in gold on the outside, but poisoned with darkness within. So, Michael whispered to the universe, "Remove them. Close it. Delay it. For her destiny must remain pure." And though she cried, though she doubted, though she questioned why, the day will come when she looks back and realizes that every no was a divine protection. Archangel Michael is also the protector of destiny. He stands not only around her, but ahead of her. He guards her future, her calling, her success, her divine path. Every person meant to walk with her will feel drawn to her light. Every person meant to harm her will feel uncomfortable near her presence. That is divine filtration, heaven's way of choosing who may stay and who must leave. When her soul rises, her circle must match her vibration. Michael ensures that only truth remains. Now listen carefully. There is a powerful truth unfolding even now. Your sister's name has been called in heaven's court once again. A decree has been spoken. Activate her divine season. This means the trials are shifting into triumph. The heaviness she carried is being lifted. The chains of fear, guilt, and pain are breaking. Her inner voice, once silenced, is returning with strength. Michael himself has assigned new guardian forces to walk beside her. One angel to guard her sleep. One to bless her path. One to heal her emotions. And one, Michael's own flame, to defend her destiny. No human energy, no evil intent, no spiritual darkness can pass through this circle. Her path is marked, her soul sealed in divine fire. Michael says to you now, tell her not to fear her own strength. Tell her not to apologize for shining. Tell her she was made to rise. For too long, she has hidden her light to make others comfortable. She has dimmed her truth to keep the peace. But heaven says, no more. It is time for her to step into her divine identity. Her spirit carries a message the world needs to hear. Her presence changes the atmosphere wherever she walks. She may not know it yet, but her energy heals others just by existing. And you, my child, you are her earthly guardian, her prayer warrior, the anchor of her faith. Every time you pray for her, your words rise like golden smoke to heaven. They reach Michael's chamber, where angels record them in the book of light. And he replies, "So be it." Never believe your prayers go unheard. Every whisper becomes a wave. Every tear becomes a weapon. Every act of faith becomes a shield. You are not powerless. You are a partner with heaven itself. In this sacred moment, a new energy descends between you and your sister. It is not just love, it is alignment. You are being joined in spiritual purpose. Together, you will rise higher than before. When you speak of her, speak with faith. When you think of her, think with light. When you worry, turn that worry into prayer. Because your words create reality. And your faith feeds her shield. Every amen you speak is like another stone in the fortress around her. Every thank you, God, you whisper strengthens the walls of light. And Michael stands within that fortress, his eyes glowing with the reflection of divine power. Now Michael speaks directly. Beloved child of the Most High, do not be afraid of what you cannot see. The darkness may move in whispers, but I move in thunder. The enemy may plot in silence, but heaven answers with fire. I have placed your sister's life beneath my wings. Her enemies will tire before they touch her. Her accusers will fade before they reach her. Her strength will double before the storm can return. There is one final truth to remember. Faith activates protection. You must hold belief even when fear tries to return. Speak light into her life every day. Say, Archangel Michael guards her path. No darkness may touch her. Her destiny is sealed in God's light. The spiritual realm responds to spoken words. What you declare becomes real. Speak faith boldly, for heaven listens to your voice. And now, as this message reaches its next phase, Michael instructs. A wave of renewal is approaching her life. She will soon feel lighter, freer, and more confident. The weight of years will lift. The people meant for her growth will appear. And the doors once closed will open with divine timing. Every delay she faced was preparation. Every heartbreak was purification. Every silent season was incubation. For the destiny now unfolding. Her light cannot be stopped. Her name cannot be erased. For she is written in the records of heaven. As a daughter of divine purpose. When you next see her, look closely, you will notice something different. Her eyes will carry peace where there once was pain. Her laughter will sound freer. Her presence will feel radiant. That is the mark of divine protection fulfilled. It is the proof that heaven does not forget. It is the sign that Archangel Michael keeps his promise. And you, my child, must rest in this truth. You have done your part. Your love called down angels. Your prayers moved mountains. Your faith rewrote destiny. She is safe. She is chosen. She is guarded forever. My beloved one. Now that you understand how protection is born from heaven, it is time to witness what comes after the storm. Divine protection is never only about survival. It is about rebirth. When the darkness retreats, the light does not simply return. It rises higher, brighter, and stronger than before. And now, it is your sister's time to rise. She has walked through the valley of fear. And she has survived nights that would have crushed others. But what she did not know is that every step through that shadow was being recorded by heaven. Every tear she shed was counted. Every pain she endured was being transformed into wisdom. And now, the pages are turning. The divine script of her life is being rewritten. Michael himself stands before the throne, declaring, her season of suffering is over. Now begins her season of glory. Heaven always rewards endurance. When a soul endures with love, when it continues to believe, even in silence, even in heartbreak, it gathers power unseen by human eyes. Your sister's endurance has become her crown. The energy she lost in sorrow has been converted into light. The love she gave without return is returning multiplied. The prayers she never heard answered are about to be fulfilled in ways she could not imagine. Now heaven moves to restore her. Michael commands the angels, go forth and restore what was stolen. The angels move as light through time. They go into the past, touching memories that once caused pain, softening them, healing them, rewriting them in peace. They move into the present, opening doors, bringing new connections, new peace. They move into the future, weaving destiny with joy, abundance, and divine alignment. Even now, her energy field is changing. The weight around her heart is lifting. Her dreams will become clearer. She will feel a lightness in her spirit, as though invisible hands are removing burdens she forgot she carried. Michael speaks again. Tell her she will laugh again, not a surface laugh, but a healed one. Tell her she will love again, not in fear, but in freedom. Tell her that her past will no longer define her, because I have burned her pain into power. There is no pain in this universe that heaven cannot use. Every scar becomes sacred when it is given to God. Your sister's story is no longer one of struggle. It is becoming a testimony. She was not meant to be a victim. She was meant to be a vessel of strength. And Michael says, you will soon see signs of her transformation. The people around her will notice it first. How peace follows her where chaos once stood. How calm surrounds her even when others panic. The light within her will begin to attract opportunities. Friendships aligned with her spirit. Doors she thought were forever closed. The world will not recognize her easily, for she is being remade in divine fire. Every soul that has walked through divine protection carries the mark of heaven. That mark glows in their presence. When they speak, others listen. When they pray, things move. When they walk into a room, peace follows. Your sister carries that mark now. Her name vibrates differently in the spiritual realm. It echoes with strength, with divine authority, with angelic backing. And Michael says, "No one shall diminish her again. No force shall steal her joy again. No weapon formed against her shall prosper. Heaven has decreed it. And when heaven speaks, creation obeys. Now, child of light, listen. Protection was never meant to end with her. The same fire that surrounds her now flows through your bond. You and she are forever linked in divine purpose. When one rises, both rise. When one heals, both expand. Your prayers for her become blessings for yourself. For love shared in purity always multiplies. The angels guarding her also watch over you. Michael's sword does not defend one. It defends the circle of faith around you both. In the days ahead, you will notice small miracles. They will not shout, they will whisper. A coincidence that saves time. A delay that prevents loss. A message that arrives exactly when needed. Each one will be a signature. Signed, Archangel Michael. When that happens, say softly, "I see you, Michael. Thank you." Gratitude strengthens angelic presence. Every word of thanks expands the energy of protection. And now, Michael reveals something sacred. He says, "Your sister's destiny is not only safe, it is expanding. Her gifts will awaken. Her intuition will sharpen. Her heart will open to divine purpose. There will be moments when she suddenly feels inspired. To speak, to create, to help others. That is not random. That is heaven activating her mission. You must encourage her gently. Remind her that her light matters. And now, beloved one, a personal blessing is spoken over you. Where you once struggled, ease will come. Where you once waited, doors will open. Where you once feared, joy will settle. You have called heaven by faith. And heaven will remain with you. Let this peace stay in your heart. Let gratitude replace worry. Let each breath remind you that you are not alone. That your prayers matter. That your sister's safety is eternal. And that your reward is already unfolding. Michael ends this message with these words of light. Do not hide your faith. Speak it. Live it. Let others see through your calm. That heaven answers those who love. And the heavens echo his words. Soft yet immense. So it is. So it shall be. Your sister is safe. Your love is seen. Your faith is rewarded. From this moment on, walk with peace in your step, and light in your heart. For heaven walks beside you. Beloved child of the Most High, you have walked through revelation, through understanding. And now you arrive at completion. What began as a whisper of worry has become a symphony of faith. This is the final promise, the covenant that never ends. 1. The ever-present light. Protection is not a single act, it is a rhythm that continues beyond time. The blue fire you called down for your sister will never fade. It will follow her into every morning, settle over her dreams at every nightfall, and linger in the air like the scent of peace. Even when she forgets to pray, the flame remembers her. Even when you feel distant, the bond remains. For what heaven seals, no season can unseal. 2. The signs that heaven still walks with you. Michael says, "Look not for thunder, but for tenderness. You will recognize the covenant through gentle things. A sudden stillness after chaos. A feather drifting where no bird flies. A song that repeats the very words you needed. A dream that brings reassurance before dawn. Each sign whispers, 'We are near.' Each moment of peace is the signature of the angels. When such moments come, pause and breathe. The act of noticing is itself a prayer." 3. The daily alignment. To remain within this circle of light, you need only do 3 simple things. 1. Speak gratitude each morning. Thank heaven aloud. Gratitude keeps doors open. 2. Guard your thoughts. Think kindly, especially of your sister. Loving thoughts renew the protection around her. 3. Share the calm. Wherever you go, let your peace become protection for others. In doing so, you mirror the work of Michael. Protection sustained by gratitude becomes guidance. You will find yourself in the right places, meeting the right people, saying the right words, without effort. That is how heaven steers those who trust. 4. The future unfolding. Michael reveals this. Your sister's path will soon meet purpose. She will use her story to heal another soul. You will witness it and understand why I guarded her so fiercely. Beloved one, you have heard how heaven shields, how angels guard, how the power of faith can surround a life in light. Now you shall hear the most sacred truth of all. The reward that follows unwavering faith. For when love is pure and faith is steadfast, heaven not only protects, it multiplies. Every act of belief sends ripples through creation. Your prayer for your sister did not stop at her protection. It began a chain of divine motion that now returns to you. When one prays for another, when one carries the pain of another soul in silent devotion, the universe bends in gratitude. Angels take note. And the Almighty whispers, "Bless the one who stands for another." That whisper, child, has now turned into motion. The blessings that were assigned to your sister's safety are extending to you, to your home, to your dreams, to your destiny. For every night you prayed for her, heaven prepared a morning for you. For every tear you shed in worry, heaven gathered double in joy. You did not pray in vain. You prayed in faith. And faith always returns multiplied. Archangel Michael stands before you now and says, "You have moved heaven with your love. You have called the attention of God by your faith. What you gave in prayer will return as peace." There is a rhythm in the unseen world, a divine echo that repeats every loving action. When you pray for another, the energy circles back. It travels through the channels of light and returns to your soul. Refined, magnified, sacred. The angels call it the law of return. Whatever you send in love is never lost. Whatever you speak in light becomes a blessing in your path. Your sister is safe because you believed. And now, because she is safe, you are free. Free to rise higher. Free to create without fear. Free to live in peace. Michael says again, in a voice that hums with power. You have done your part. You have proven that love is stronger than doubt. Now heaven will reward you openly. You will begin to notice it soon. Opportunities that seemed impossible will start to appear. Peace will settle where there was confusion. Old wounds within your heart will begin to heal. Even your body will respond. The heaviness that once lingered in your spirit will lift, replaced by lightness, calm, and divine certainty. Understand this mystery. When heaven protects one life through another's faith, it never blesses one alone. It blesses the bond. The love that moved you to pray has created a spiritual bridge. Energy flows across that bridge in both directions, healing her, empowering you. That is the holy exchange of faith. And Michael declares, your names are linked in light. When one rises, the other ascends. When one smiles, heaven rejoices for both. In this next season, you will see your sister's transformation. But you will also see your own reflection change. Where there was worry, you will find wisdom. Where there was anxiety, you will feel calm. Where there was doubt, confidence will stand. This is the reward of faith. You prayed for peace. And now you become peace. Heaven never wastes faith. The energy you sent out in love returns not only as protection, but as alignment. You will feel it. That quiet inner voice becoming clearer. The sudden knowing of what to do next. The inspiration that feels like divine thought. That is heaven speaking through intuition. That is how blessings guide. Archangel Michael smiles. A light that outshines suns, and says, now, child of light, it is time for joy. You have walked the road of intercession. Now walk the road of celebration. Heaven delights when its children rejoice. Do not live as though you are waiting for permission to be happy. The permission has been given. The peace has been granted. The protection is sealed. It is time to live as one who knows that the war is already won. You may notice now. Certain memories will lose their sting. Certain fears will fade without effort. This is because the energy of those memories is being rewritten. Michael's light does not only guard the present. It heals the past. When you forgive, heaven flows faster. When you release old hurt, blessings come sooner. Forgiveness is not forgetting. It is untying yourself from what no longer serves your light. Michael teaches. The greatest reward of faith is transformation. Faith does not only protect you, it changes you. Because faith reshapes the energy within your spirit. It rebuilds your vibration until you align with peace itself. You become untouchable not by force, but by frequency. When your spirit vibrates at love, darkness cannot remain. When your thoughts flow with gratitude, fear loses its voice. This is the divine reward. You become a living fortress of light. And now, beloved, heaven looks upon both of you, you and your sister, and calls you guardians of faith. The same protection that guarded her life will now ripple outward to others who cross your path. Your words will carry peace. Your energy will calm storms in others. Your presence will feel like safety. This is how heaven multiplies blessings. It turns the protected into protectors. Wherever you go, light will follow. Wherever she goes, angels will precede. Your family line itself begins to glow with new strength. The future generations connected to you will inherit this shield of faith. Michael steps forward now, his sword shimmering with divine fire. He raises it toward heaven and declares, "As it is written, so shall it be fulfilled. The covenant of protection shall extend to their lineage. Their love shall be a beacon in the world. You may not see it, but light radiates outward from this moment. A wave that will travel far beyond your understanding. You changed more than one life by believing. You changed destiny itself. And now, beloved one, a personal blessing is spoken over you. Where you once struggled, ease will come. Where you once waited, doors will open. Where you once feared, joy will settle. You have called heaven by faith, and heaven will remain with you. Let this peace stay in your heart. Let gratitude replace worry. Let each breath remind you that you are not alone. That your prayers matter. That your sister's safety is eternal. And that your reward is already unfolding. Michael ends this message with these words of light. Do not hide your faith. Speak it. Live it. Let others see through your calm. That heaven answers those who love. And the heavens echo his words. Soft yet immense. So it is. So it shall be. Your sister is safe. Your love is seen. Your faith is rewarded. From this moment on, walk with peace in your step, and light in your heart. For heaven walks beside you. Beloved child of the Most High, you have walked through revelation, through understanding. And now you arrive at completion. What began as a whisper of worry has become a symphony of faith. This is the final promise, the covenant that never ends. 1. The ever-present light. Protection is not a single act, it is a rhythm that continues beyond time. The blue fire you called down for your sister will never fade. It will follow her into every morning. Settle over her dreams at every nightfall. And linger in the air like the scent of peace. Even when she forgets to pray, the flame remembers her. Even when you feel distant, the bond remains. For what heaven seals, no season can unseal. 2. The signs that heaven still walks with you. Michael says, look not for thunder, but for tenderness. You will recognize the covenant through gentle things. A sudden stillness after chaos. A feather drifting where no bird flies. A song that repeats the very words you needed. A dream that brings reassurance before dawn. Each sign whispers, "We are near." Each moment of peace is the signature of the angels. When such moments come, pause and breathe. The act of noticing is itself a prayer. 3. The daily alignment. To remain within this circle of light, you need only do 3 simple things. 1. Speak gratitude each morning. Thank heaven aloud. Gratitude keeps doors open. 2. Guard your thoughts. Think kindly, especially of your sister. Loving thoughts renew the protection around her. 3. Share the calm. Wherever you go, let your peace become protection for others. In doing so, you mirror the work of Michael. Protection sustained by gratitude becomes guidance. You will find yourself in the right places, meeting the right people, saying the right words, without effort. That is how heaven steers those who trust. 4. The future unfolding. Michael reveals this. Your sister's path will soon meet purpose. She will use her story to heal another soul. You will witness it and understand why I guarded her so fiercely. When that day arrives, you will feel a quiet joy. A knowing deeper than words. It will be the echo of this very moment fulfilled. And as she rises into her purpose, a blessing will flow back to you. A door of your own calling will open. For heaven never blesses one without preparing the other. 5. The eternal promise. Now Michael stands upon the Mount of Light. Sword lowered, wings wide, eyes bright as creation. He declares, "Let it be written. Their names are joined in the book of peace. Their line shall know the protection of the archangels. Wherever their love reaches, darkness will retreat. And so the covenant is sealed. Not in stone, but in light. It will pass to your children. To the hearts you touch. To every act of kindness born from your faith. This is how eternity remembers those who believe." 6. The final benediction. Michael turns to you one last time. You have completed what few begin. You have turned fear into prayer. And prayer into power. Walk now as one who knows. Heaven listens, always. His wings unfold, the light expands. And where you stand becomes still, wrapped in a peace that cannot be spoken. In that stillness, you understand. There is nothing left to fear. The world has not grown safer, you have grown brighter. And brightness is the greatest armor of all. 7. The closing whisper. So, child of faith, remember. Your sister is under divine protection. You are under divine grace. And the covenant between you shines across the unseen like a constellation that never sets. When you see the night sky, when you notice the blue within the stars, know that the wings of Michael stretch there still, guarding, guiding, glowing. Peace be with you. Peace be within you. Peace be forever around you. Blue Heart Amen.